So the ABC/Disney ratings disaster continues, and it all has a lot to do with their programs like The View, Good Morning America, Jimmy Kimmel Live, and really all of those programs, honestly, spewing such nonsense and serving as nothing more than talking heads to promote the Disney agenda, the Disney ideology, if you will, that really was encouraged by those like Bob Iger, the CEO, the studio executives, the board of directors, and everyone else over there, high up over at Disney. This is Mike Zero. Subscribe if you're new and like this video to see future updates. You can also follow me at Mike01. I thank you also very much for the great and kind support. So, one thing about The View is that we know that the talking heads over there, alright, those like Sunny Hostin, Whoopi Goldberg, Joy Behar, etc., they are all pretty much going in a downward spiral as we speak. We know that the ratings disaster is only worsening over time, month by month, and this is exactly why they're trying to find an alternative voice for The View. They want somebody that would be argumentative, going against, of course, Whoopi Goldberg to increase ratings, or going against Sunny Hostin to really rise ratings, because they want to actually, pretty much create arguments now in The View. Alright, that I don't think is going to change anything. I don't think it's going to drag in new viewership. If anything, it's going to look very desperate. But focusing on Sunny Hostin here, we know that in the midst of her losing thousands of fans, those that are even very loyal to her, actually woke up and realized the lies that she has been spewing over the past numerous years. And especially within the past couple of months since November the 5th, this is where things get really interesting on how Sunny Hostin handles the whole situation when it comes down to her behavior, her rhetoric, the way that she says things, what she says. So let's dive into this. Now, granted, with the ABC Disney ratings disaster only getting worse and truly impacting programs, like I said, The View and others out there, those like Whoopi Goldberg, Sunny Hostin, and Joy Behar have been going on endless arguments toward their viewers in recent weeks. Now, one significant development going on now involves more to do with Sunny Hostin and how she recently reacted after losing thousands of fans that finally gave up on her rhetoric and nonsense that she has been saying on live television. Sunny delivered the following. I think that what we are seeing right now in this country is that we have one side who we all know looks up to a king and a man who wants to run the country with Elon Musk, who is a clownish figure. But we have that side of the country that are trying to convince those that are loyal to us here on The View and believe in our values to stop listening to us. And I am very angry to admit that that is exactly what has been going on in the past couple of weeks, is that this is the side of the country that is very skilled in convincing others with a false narrative that they should not follow our program like The View or my voice and my values that I share with the world. And we are finding more and more people leaving us because of those lies, and it's disheartening for sure, and very frightening, and frustrates someone like me who has this great opportunity to share my politics and to share my concerns on live television, and they don't seem like they want to stop convincing our followers to leave us through the usage of lies and fake narratives that they buy into, unfortunately. It's a very scary thing, and you have those like Elon Musk who's helping make that happen, and it's hurting all of us. You see, we do nothing but deliver the truth. That's all I have been doing for years now on The View or any other platform I get the opportunity to go on. And to now see the American people falling for such lies so easily is very frightening, and I talked this over with Whoopi and Joy, but I think they want us gone. I think they want us silenced. They are very controlling people. Elon even said he wants to get rid of DEI. Do people not see how offensive that is, and especially how so many people follow him on those beliefs? That's what we are going to be dealing with for the next 4 years, and potentially even longer, and I think that's the greatest nightmare that we face today. So guys, let me just stop here for a minute. I think that she's really trying to, ration with the whole situation. It's not that people are buying into these so-called lies from those on the other side, as she puts it. That's not what's happening here. I think that people are beginning to just have a mind of their own. They're beginning to actually wake up themselves, and I say themselves. They're not buying into any kind of lies or anything like that. They are just beginning to grab common sense into their own mentality, and they are beginning to see what has truly been going on programs like The View, Jimmy Kimmel, and Good Morning America, and that's just the beginning of it all, by the way. MSNBC, CNN, I mean, the list goes on. And here you have Sunny Hostin saying that it's people like Elon Musk who is actually making all of that happen, who is really making all of that worse for them, and why he is the reason why they're losing thousands of followers, why Sunny Hostin particularly is losing thousands of, fans even, I should say. So, again, we know that she lost tons of money, millions and millions of dollars. She had all these different contract deals set up, and she lost that. She lost a lot of money, a lot of dollars, because she was supposed to get these pay raises. She's actually also losing pay. She's getting a pay cut over at The View, much like Rachel and what she's dealing with over at MSNBC. But here's what's interesting about this, alright, is that she goes on to continue actually spewing such garbage by delivering the following yet again. So yes, I'm frustrated and I'm angry, because now we are losing our voice. We are losing our way to provide the truth to the people. And I just hope that we can eventually find an alternative way to handle that if things truly go wrong for us in the future. This type of behavior coming from the American people needs to stop convincing others to tune out of a program through massive lies, because that's not how to handle anything professionally and maturely. It's just so sad to see how this is happening so fast, and it's becoming quite difficult on how we find a way to handle something like that. We have to figure something out. I mean, that's a given. So, look, Sunny Hostin, she doesn't really know quite how to deal or cope with the scenario that thousands of people are checking out. And when I say thousands, I'm talking about 5, 10,000, 15,000, right around that range, that were loyal to Sunny Hostin, loyal to The View, that really want nothing to do with that program anymore. And that may sound like a small amount, sure, but it's beginning to build up like a snowball, and it's unstoppable at this point. And that's exactly why Disney's trying to get an argumentative voice on The View. Somebody that is willing to actually argue with Sunny Hostin and Whoopi Goldberg as a deceptive way to kind of make it look like a fair and balanced program, when in reality it's just going to be a desperate move for them to really improve ratings, to improve their numbers. That's all it's about. And look, nobody's going to check in because of that. I think no normal or level-headed person would even want to watch The View, because you can change all you want, you can bring on an argumentative voice all you want, but that and what they did for many, many years is all, yes, in the past, but the past is, of course, all concrete. It is pretty much permanent. Alright, you can't really get away from the lies that Sunny Hostin, Whoopi Goldberg, and Joy Behar really just promoted for so long with no consequences, right? So overall, I would love to hear what everyone has to say about Sunny Hostin really trying to, ration and really trying to create a reason as to why they're losing thousands and thousands of followers, specifically her, because she was the main contributor to, The View tanking and really not performing well in 2024. I would like to hear what you all have to say about this below in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel, and I will catch you guys later.